Tzu Chi Foundation provides care packages for disadvantaged families in Hualien. Bank Central Asia and Indonesia donates masks through Tzu Chi to medical professionals. Welcome to Dai Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. In order to help Hualien Social Affairs Department and to assist families in need of living supplies, Tzu Chi Foundation gave out 170 care packages. As of now, 14,000 care packages have been given to disadvantaged families in Taiwan.
Tzu Chi Foundation members brought 170 care packages to Hualien Social Affairs Department. The department originally aimed to assist disadvantaged families through a food bank, but after the pandemic struck, more families asked for food supplies.
Some citizens may be around the edge of qualification, so they cannot receive government monetary aid. Some of them apply for monetary aid but are still waiting for approval. As of now, they are facing difficulties in life.
Since the Level 3 alert extended, the child stays at home while adults stop working. The truth is, the overall income decreases while expenses increases. This causes many families in Taiwan to go into economic difficulties. As of now, we have given out 14,000 care packages, around 2,600 packs of rice, which are 5 kilograms each. There are still about 34,000 family requests that we have to process. The invisible disaster starts to surface in the corners of society. With proper care and effort from citizens and the government, the power of love may reach the people in need.
On this day, Hualien City Medical Center staff went to nursing homes to give COVID vaccination shots to the elderly. Meanwhile, in Taitung, 8,000 vaccination shots have been given to the community residents. 4,000 more are on the way as the Taitung government plans for the next phase of vaccination.
Taitung has had 6 consecutive days of 0 confirmed COVID cases. Tzu Chi is lending out the Jingsi Hall in Taitung to serve as a vaccination station. This partnership with the government has helped reduce much of the problems with the vaccination procedure.
The Taitung County government has always been adaptable to fix what is needed in the shortest amount of time possible. So we're thankful that Tzu Chi brothers and sisters can help us fix our traffic flow for vaccination.
At the assisted living centers, Hualien Tzu Chi medical staff carefully double-check their physical health before commencing the vaccination to ensure safety.
The shots are done individually, and we separate them in different areas to avoid cross-contamination. We will remind the staff that they should pay close attention to the senior's body temperature, blood pressure, heart rate, and other health symptoms. We will also remind the elderly that if they feel unwell, difficulty breathing, or their chest hurts, they should tell the staff immediately.
Prior to the administration of each vaccination shot, the medical staff make sure the patient and their family members understand the side effects, which not only eases their minds, but also to strengthen the protective net of assisted living.
In Taipei and New Taipei City, seniors over the age of 85 have started to get their vaccination shots. In New Taipei City, the government has commissioned 50 hospitals, clinics, and 26 vaccination stations, including 5 Tzu Chi liaison offices. Let's take a look at how volunteers help the seniors get vaccinated at Tzu Chi Banqiao grounds. Nearly 20 volunteers put on face shields, caps, protective clothing, and gloves. They come from all walks of life.
There are rescue workers among us. They usually do this work. There are also medical volunteers. Medical volunteers usually lead the teams.
I'm healthy and I can stand for a while. I have been volunteering at Tzu Chi Hospital for a long time. I have been caring for cancer patients for 14 years.
Due to the pandemic, the hospital volunteer services has stopped. Being 71 years old, she signed up to serve at a vaccination station. Serving people who are older than her, she has realized the hard work of the medical professionals.
I sweat because I wear this. When I went home yesterday, I was all wet. It is not easy for medical staff to sweat so much. It is a blessing being able to do the work.
I came to stand here after praying at 7:30 a.m. I will stand till 12 o'clock. I do not dare to drink water because I'm afraid of going to the restroom.
This 74-year-old carpenter also joins other volunteers. Besides resting for an hour at noon, he has to stand for more than 8 hours in a day.
By serving others, I've learned that the pandemic is very serious. It is our blessing to be able to serve the society while we are healthy.
It was really hot and I kept sweating. Therefore, I do not think about going to the restroom.
These senior volunteers serve at a vaccination station, helping medical staff and making the seniors feel more at ease while receiving vaccinations. In Indonesia, the pandemic is still severe, as many enterprises help the government in the COVID prevention efforts. Bank Central Asia prepares 7,000 masks, hoping to provide the supplies to frontline medical workers through the help of Tzu Chi. The large-scale vaccination operation is still ongoing in Indonesia as the demand for medical equipment used by medical workers greatly increased. Bank Central Asia donated 7,320 N95 masks to Tzu Chi Indonesia chapter, hoping to help people in need.
We collaborate with Tzu Chi, and we wanted to give the batch of masks to citizens in need.
Sama dengan Tzu Chi ini, Yayasan Tzu Chi ini bisa menyalurkan donasi kami kepada masyarakat yang memang.
We know that Tzu Chi has helped many people, so through Tzu Chi, we are able to help others.
Telah banyak membantu warga masyarakat, jadi
I'm very thankful to Tzu Chi.
memberikan apresiasi sebesar-besarnya bagi Yayasan Tzu Chi.
Ini sangat bermanfaat karena memang masker ini digunakan.
This is very helpful because these masks are good for COVID prevention.
Vaksinasi nasional yang dilaksanakan oleh Yayasan Buddha Tzu Chi.
During the vaccination operation within our country, these masks can help our frontline medical workers.
COVID-19.
As enterprises give in their love and efforts, it is hoped that more people will be safe on the ongoing pandemic. As the pandemic is still severe, starting from April of last year, Tzu Chi volunteers have been promoting the 108 vegetarian meal campaign. They work with 6 vegetarian restaurants and deliver vegetarian lunchboxes to more than 200 companies. In the vegetarian restaurant, the chef has been busy since the morning, stir-frying the fresh vegetables. The chef must prepare the ingredients and cook more than 200 lunch boxes in 2 hours. The large order comes from their cooperation with Tzu Chi volunteers.
We have been working with Tzu Chi for more than a year. In the beginning, there were tens of people. Then gradually, it increased to 100. Currently, there are about 250 orders. I'm very happy, as many people are adopting a vegetarian diet.
他就会说，2个饭要少一点，2个要白饭，5个要加饭。
Calculating the number of lunchboxes needed by different organizations through line chat groups, Tzu Chi volunteers have been promoting a 108 vegetarian meal campaign since April of last year.
At lunchtime, you can see people selling lunchboxes on the streets. There are chicken leg and pork rib lunchboxes, so I thought if these meat lunchboxes became vegetarian lunchboxes, that would be wonderful. So I started promoting the idea in different companies.
Tzu Chi volunteers work with 6 vegetarian restaurants to deliver lunchboxes to different companies. As it is during pandemic period, they do not need to talk much and they receive a lot of praises.
There are 6 kinds of vegetables, including the main course. My colleagues think it is lavish. Originally, I ate vegetarian food for breakfast. However, since the pandemic broke out last year, I thought doing this is meaningful. So I started to adopt a vegetarian diet.
I hope that from participating in the campaign, they will continue to adopt a vegetarian diet. This way, they can contribute to the earth and environmental protection.
For more than a year, Tzu Chi volunteers have encouraged people to eat more than 162,000 vegetarian meals. As many people adopt a vegetarian diet, they can enjoy better health and protect the environment. A resident of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, Alex Cho is a vegetarian vendor. His why begins with his battle with sickness over 35 years ago that changed him to vegetarian. To give back to society, Cho will have charity sales.
It's 3 a.m. and Alex Cho is already in the kitchen preparing for the day.
一个人煮没人帮你吗？有啊有啊，左右手啊，左右手，每个人都有的，这个是最好的帮手，他不会罢工的，除非生病的啦。
Each dish is made with love, and in promoting vegetarianism, he never gets tired of it.
My aim as a vegetarian myself is to encourage more people to eat plant-based diets. Of course, you can ask people to eat vegetarian food and treat them to it, but that doesn't yield lasting results. The best is to set an example for others, and that will inspire them to take on the diet themselves. When they taste how good your vegetarian food is, they'll invite more people to have a taste. Being a vegetarian is really healthy for me. I've been doing this for over 30 years and haven't gotten sick often. It's healthy, helps out the planet, and in a way, also doing life releases and not killing animals. It's that simple.
Being a vegetarian is the best way to participate in life releases. Despite Alex Cho being a small business owner, he has 2 days a month where he hosts a charity sale at his stand. Due to the workload, helpers will come assist him during those times.
I wanted to be a volunteer, but I don't have much free time right now. I can't leave my business right now, so I thought, why not have a charity sales on the 1st and 15th of the lunar month?
When Brother Alex thought of this charity sale, I thought it was a great idea. First of all, it'll encourage more people to eat vegetarian food, and second of all, it can help the charity organization. I thought it was killing 2 birds with 1 stone. We're so happy to participate in this. This morning I woke up at 6 a.m. to prepare.
Today we're having a charity sale. You just put in your donation. We don't provide change. Everything given is donated to charity.
I feel good about it, so maybe next time I'll come back more often to buy some food here.
With repetition, this type of activity will be accepted. Some don't understand the concept, so we will explain it to them for them to understand. Some will ask where I will donate the money, or other questions like if I take any money out from the donation box. I don't, because when you want to do a good deed, you should do it all the way. When you give, you should give thoroughly.
Combining the power of charity and vegetarianism, people are fed good food and can feel good about giving to charity.
The human brain is split into a left brain and right brain. The 2 hemispheres function differently. The left brain processes abstracts as it links towards language learning, math, logic, literature, and analysis. The right brain processes art as it feeds on information such as images, music, emotions, and imagination. The benefits of using both hemispheres allow us to extend our limits.
变，发现它什么事？感觉一下，你会觉得你看起来有点错乱，对，失调，是因为你现在左边因为你是左脑右脑同时进行，它有这个挑战，没有办法协调。
As our metabolism slows down as we age, brain functions deteriorate and we lose our motor coordination.
The intelligence activities are especially focused on the right brain. For example, you can play the Rubik's Cube. You can even do other activities which requires both left and right hand coordination. I firstly encourage everyone to do something right, but if you do something good and at a faster pace, it's because your brain has started to recognize more information.
Efficient learning is further reinforced through constant practices, improving a skill steadily.
We normally encourage everyone to start from our health, because our brain needs a lot of oxygen, nutrition, and water. We mainly eat vegetarian food to make our blood clean. Thus, it has a better transportation function. Now, 88% of humans on Earth have an acidic body.
你看到左脑和右脑完全是不同的功能的，在21世纪。 是一个全脑的世界了。
Exploring developing both brains is also a type of character development, since the process helps stabilize personalities and abilities.
From scientists' researches, they discovered that the right brain is also called the peaceful mind. So when you use your right brain the most, you will be calmer, and your concentration, learning capabilities will increase greatly.
Tencent Khan is a speech giver for MMLM, as he's often invited to enterprises, explaining the know-how for simplifying complicated tasks.
Real genius is called genius because they can turn complicated things into simple things. They find ways to make learning easier. Therefore, they learn faster and without pressure.
People have unlimited possibilities. Once we grasp the tricks to our brain, we can accomplish harder tasks. In China's Hualien County, due to the flood starting in July last year, city volunteers began to send care. Volunteers team up with local charity organizations to provide support to disadvantaged children.
At 4 in the morning, Wuhan Tzu Chi volunteers are ready to drive towards Hualien County, visiting impoverished children. After a 3-hour ride, Tzu Chi volunteers arrive at Hualien County as they began their mission to do home visits.
We can call these two homes first. Last time when I visited, I know this grandmother. I can call her first. I have the phone numbers from these households.
Tzu Chi's relationship with Hualien County began last year in July. For almost a year, volunteers continued to care for impoverished children. In the Shi family, the father passed away, the mother left, and the grandmother takes on the role of raising the children. Tzu Chi volunteers brought scholarships to the 3 children while using Jingsi aphorisms for encouragement.
Do you want others to like you? Then how do we make others like ourselves? This Jingsi aphorism gives you the right answer. We must become someone likable by others. Let's follow this phrase, okay?
6-year-old Xiang Yuyue's parents suffer from disabilities, and she is raised by her grandparents. Volunteers recognize the lack of motherly love, thus they arrive to care for the child.
Let me teach you a sign language, okay? I'll teach you one okay. The heart looks like this, and put another heart on it. How do we present love? Well, you're smart. Can I hug you?
These children are often raised by their grandparents. When volunteers arrive with supplies, they also reminded these children to be filial towards their family.
The sachet here can prevent mosquitoes. There's also another means to this, which is safety and protection. We want to give this to Granny since she works very hard.
The love and care from volunteers not only allows seniors to have some rest, children may also continue their education without worries.
In Taiwan, 76-month spokesperson Wang Weijun has lost her nephew who was abused to death. Meanwhile, FSAT chairman Li Liansong has lost his daughter. After losing their loved ones, they have worked hard to benefit others while healing their wounds. Let's take a look.
My daughter underwent a marrow transplant surgery when she was 5 years old. The surgery was successful at first, but as she aged, her spine kept curving. Then she underwent a surgery for her curved spine and passed away. After my daughter passed away, I did not go to my company for half a year. It is because when I saw ash urns and coffins, I would miss my daughter.
10 years have passed since the Wang Hao incident. Some people will ask me, have you walked out of the shadows? No, but I can become more courageous and strong.
孩子哭闹不休，他们竟决定施打高剂量海洛因，就是这一针要了王浩的命。
从王浩事件发生，我才知道说原来有那么多。
After the Wang Hao incident, I learned that many children are being abused. Most people do not like to go to funeral home, dissection room, court, or police stations. Why do you choose to go there? In fact, I'm also helping the helpless me.
必须要有一个清楚明白的。
When people see me talk with reporters, I seem to be strong. It is because if I don't act strong, victims' families will lack a sense of security.
Many families of the crime victims are very persistent. In fact, they feel deep pain and they feel that this is the best thing they can do for their families. So there is love behind it.
If my daughter was still alive today, she'd be 23 years old. When she was 5 years old, she asked me to save 10 NT dollars a day to make donations. Back then, I told her we had financial difficulties. How could we make donations? She had to undergo a surgery for a curved spine and had to be hospitalized. So we needed medical expenses.
他就会一直想尽办法要去赚钱。
买了一台灵车回来开，载了一个往生者，一趟就6000块，所以那时候会觉得说有人死了，我们就有钱可以赚。
去摆铺钱啊，去开灵车啊，然后去送金子啊。
I told my wife that funeral services is very simple. I have learned all that I should learn. Then I felt happy about it. After saying that, I felt a bit weird. A month later, my daughter passed away.
After losing his daughter, he realized what pain is.
Half a year later, I dreamed of my daughter. She told me, "Dad, I have to go." This is the end of my mission. While it is my end, it is the beginning of her mission. There cannot be NGs and redos. The last journeys are important. We have to ensure they are perfect. She has loved me with a mission that I must feel for the deceased and have empathy. Many funeral servicemen came to me and said, "This deceased person doesn't have money, that person does not have money, do not charge him, and donate that." So we donated this and that. Then my colleague asked, "Boss, are you about to close your company and clear our stocks?"
Do not care about a small amount of money. You will not become rich because of the small amount of money. However, you will feel spiritually wealthy because you did these things.
因为被害人如果死亡，其实他就是遗体，他没有人权的问
If
题。
the victim passes away, he becomes a dead body. Then he does not have human rights. Our country values human rights, but a person must be alive. The direction of the jurisdiction is more likely to defend a criminal, so this imbalance will become more obvious.
我们现在在修的是把犯罪被害人保护法整个翻过来，要把它修成犯罪被害人权益保障法。
Because her nephew suffered, she saw the need of the society, and she was willing to take attention and give of herself. This is how she obtained strength from suffering.
Many people are helping. First, we came up with a draft and then we amended it. Then finally, there's the whole legislation. I can fulfill my obligations to Wang Hao.
It is not to say who has created darkness. I think amending it is important than anything else.
There's a lot of warm thoughts. They not only heal my wound, they have also strengthened my inner heart. Because I have received help, so I want to reciprocate to society with my own ability.
This time, when I took a picture with her, I felt deeply touched. I want to dedicate the photo to my daughter, and I did it. This is my own journey to heal my wound. After my wound is healed, I should continue to work.
In Hualien, the government has started to vaccinate seniors who are more than 90 years old. Raisui Health Center also goes to seniors' houses to vaccinate seniors who have mobility issues. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.